Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Had to hit the opera on you niggas. Now, Greg McDermott suspended by Creighton after racially insensitive comments. Creighton's men's basketball coach Greg McDermott has been suspended from all team activities for racially insensitive comments he made to his players last week. The school announced Thursday night. The decision came 2 days after the school said any disciplinary action would remain confidential. After our Creighton's men's basketball team returned to Omaha earlier today, Hendrickson and I engaged with other senior leaders in dialogue and discussion regarding appropriate sanctions for the remarks made by head men's basketball coach Greg McDermott, that we're not in alignment with Creighton's commitment to racial equity, diversity, and respect, athletic director Bruce Rasmussen said in a statement. Coach McDermott and the team have accepted that. Effective immediately, he is suspended from all team activities, including Saturday's home season finale against Butler. Further sanctions remain under consideration, not all of which will be shared publicly. Coach McDermott and our athletic program must use this incident as an opportunity for growth and learning, as clearly more work needs to be done. McDermott apologized Tuesday for referencing a plantation to his players following a loss to Xavier last week. Specifically, I said, guys, we got to stick together. We need both feet in. I need everybody to stay on the plantation. I can't have anybody leave the plantation, McDermott said. McDermott said on Creighton's pregame radio show Wednesday before he coached the Blue Jays against Villanova that he offered to resign over his comments. He said the players did not ask for him to resign. Our guys wanted me to coach, and that's my job, McDermott said. After Creighton announced the suspension Thursday, McDermott took to social media and said he believed the school's decision was the right one. I made a mistake and I owned it, he tweeted. Mistakes come with consequences, and I accept and agree with suspension. McDermott has been the head coach of Creighton since 2020. Before taking over the Blue Jays, he spent a decade as head coach at Iowa State, Northern Iowa, and North Dakota State. Creighton, number 14 in this week's AP poll, dropped to 17-7 overall and 13-6 in the Big East after his back-to-back losses to Xavier and Villanova. Assistant Al Huss will serve as interim head coach in McDermott's absence. Now, McDermott is, if you guys don't know Greg McDermott, he is the father of Dylan McDermott, who plays for the Indiana Pacers. He's a pretty good player. McDermott is fine. He can shoot, he can pass, but this is what I'm saying. What if somebody says, let's all go to the country club, all together and chill, let's all go to the honky party. What if a black coach would have said that? We need to stay together or we need to stay on the country club. We got to chill with all the rest of the honkies. That's what I'm saying. The insensitivity is very high today. I understand that, you feel that because you're white, you can say whatever you want. Now, some things I feel be out of bounds at times where they say this is racist, and I'm like, no. But this here is very prejudiced and very insensitive. Why would you refer to it as plantation? Oh, I know why. Because you mainly probably have a lot of black players on your team. And then you said you would have resigned, but your players didn't want you to resign. That's a lie to me. I'm sorry. If I'm in the locker room and you say we need to stay on the plantation, I'm sorry, I can't play for you no more. I got to transfer or we got to get you out of there. And to me, I think he needs to be fired. He should have been fired that day it happened. But Creighton, of course, you got the white boosters. You got all the white people around. They're going to be like, well, let's see it. Let's look at it. But then when they seen the backlash, that's the only time people want to say something. And then McDermott, if you're really sorry about your comments, do it in a live video. You don't go tweet that bullshit. Tweeting is nothing but another form of a statement being put out there without your face attached to it, so it could just go by. Nobody pays attention to it. We're not stupid. We understand what you're doing, okay? White people have to understand that if everything was so great about America, if everything was so great, then why the hell are we still having the same issues we've had before my mother was born? And that was a long time ago. Before my father and mother were born, that was a long time. That was in the 40s. And we're still dealing with this crap today. And it's getting tiresome. I'm tired of it. I'm not going to rep this damn American flag. My boy Brian Stewart, that's my boy. That's my brother. He's Caucasian, but that's my brother. But dog, I'm not sharing no flag on my post. I'm not posting no flag. America has never been fucking great to me. I'm sorry. Like, to you white guys, you guys can rep that flag. Y'all can throw it up or whatever. You can throw your Confederate flag up. I don't give a damn. But what you're not gonna do is insult my intelligence. And what you're not gonna do is let these pink folk get away with being racially inclined to continue to split this country apart. Donald Trump, I'm not praising Biden, but Donald Trump, bruh, caused all of this. I know you guys like Trump, but Trump is a fucking scumbag, and he don't care about you either, because he really sold the country to all these other places, especially Russia, because he's a businessman. He's looking to sell. He's not a businessman. He's an opportunist. There's a difference. A businessman makes sure the business continues to strive, while the opportunist makes the business grow and then sells it by leaving all these people jobless. That's the difference. But let's get back into what context. I'm sorry I went left field. Greg McDermott, you have to understand, if a black coach would have said that you guys have to stay here at the old country club, the old redneck place, the old white supremacy place, or something in that context, he would have been fired. See, this is the double standard, what it's like when you're white compared to when you're black. You know, shout out to C-Pen for the win. You know, for reminding me of this early this morning, last night when we did the live. Go check the live out. We went 5 hours. It's called Does Dak Prescott Deserve His $44 million? Now, the thing is, I am sick and tired of these coaches and all these public people trying to make it seem like they are so oblivious to what they said was wrong. You knew what you said was wrong because you said that you were going to resign, and you should have resigned. You should have resigned and said, you know what, I'm done. But you know why you didn't resign? Because you felt comfortable saying this. So I know what you're saying to other people or saying to your friends behind closed doors about all of these people or these people and things like that. You know, I'm like Brandon T. Jackson off of Tropic Thunder. What do you mean, you people? You know, I'm pissed off at this. This is very, very disrespectful. And white folks don't understand the disrespectfulness that they continue to show us indirectly and directly. You don't ever mention a plantation to a bunch of brothers or black players whose grandfather or grandmother at this time was on the plantation, white boy. You white people ain't gonna be happy until you get effed up. But you guys feel comfortable because you know you got the police on your side. You know you got the laws on your side. You know you got the government on your side. You know you got that. And you know you guys can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. I'm not blinded by this crap. I don't want to hear this crap talking about everything is always black and white. Damn right. Like my dad always told me, son, does it say white salt? Does it say black pepper? Yeah. Well, guess what? It's going to continue being racist until they just say it's salt and pepper. Why do you have to distinguish saying it's white salt and black pepper? Because you're letting people know everything is based on color. That's what our society is built on, colorization. It's not built on respect or money. It's not built on money Because there's black people out here who got millions of dollars and they're still treated like me. Unless you a token Negro like LeBrownies, like fake Z, like fake Z, aka Con Carter, that's his name, Con Carter, then you're not going to be welcome into that echelon. You're not. So McDermott should have been fired. Because if somebody would have said something disrespecting white folks, then that black coach would have been fired. And I don't want to hear it. No, it wouldn't have been no talking. His black ass would have been fired. And that's disrespectful how this guy can just get away with saying that. And then now they're talking about, oh, well, he's suspended. Well, damn, about time. You had to wait till you got your ass. You know why you lost those 2 games? Because you're coaching. Because you're being insensitive. Them players didn't want you back. And then you got Creighton players here. The Creighton men's basketball players. The coach McDermott's words hurt us. Let's hear what they have to say here. Hold on. I think they're gonna show them talking. Let me see. Hold on, this is a long ad. I'm sorry about that. We're finna hear from the players and what they're saying.
I thought we, had a step. Yeah, obviously great win. I thought we, had a step forward tonight. I thought, we really came together through a tough week, and I just wanted to, talk about the situation with Coach Mack, and before you guys ask any questions, because obviously it's a real sensitive topic. A lot of guys, in that locker room, were hurting from it, and I was hurting from what he said, and but at the same time, I think Coach Mack he's been a huge mentor for me, and I know he would take a bullet for me and everybody in that locker room, including the coaching staff. So, I just want to make that point across to whoever's watching, and obviously the whole situation is real tough. It's a sensitive topic, but I just wanted to say that I know we made a really sensitive mistake, really bad mistake with what he said, but only I know everything that he's done for me as a player, but more important as a human being, and he loves me, he loves everybody in that locker room, and he's shown that every single day I've been on this campus since June of 2018. So that's my coach, and I love that dude, and but people make mistakes. The key is to really try and come together and focus on what we need to do to make a step forward, and I think we did that, and I think our staff did a great job of having team meetings about basketball and about stuff off the basketball floor, and everyone got to express their own feelings, and I think that video was a step forward that we did as a team, and just coming out here playing for our 4 seniors, and trying to just make the best of it, and just try and compete for 40 minutes, and not worry about what's off the floor. Just just for those 40 minutes, really focus on basketball, and I think that's what we did. And I think Coach Huss did a great job of that, of preparing us, and I'm just really happy for my guys, and this is a step forward for us, and we'll continue to talk about what happened, and but we'll also continue to fight on the basketball floor, and I look forward to workouts and practice, and then heading to New York to play in the Big East tournament.
So he said something like that. Also here in the article, They let him speak. You know, we know they were gonna let the mulatto speak, or the black, white or mulatto, whatever he is. They were gonna let him speak to try to smooth it over. Um, a sixth player who didn't speak in the video, star guard Marcus Zagorowski, said after Saturday's 93-73 win over Butler that even though McDermott made a mistake with his choice of words, he loves and support all of his players. McDermott twice used the term plantation as part of comments urging team unity. The university suspended him. Let's see. Creighton players hadn't commented publicly about McDermott remarks until 5 black players spoke in the pregame video. And this is the thing. They didn't want to show the black players talking about it, but they wanted to show a white or a mulatto guy talk about it. It's like, come on. James Baldwin said, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed without being faced." Blue Jays forward Christian Bishop said at the start. Guard Sharif Mitchell then said, "For slaves, life on plantation was filled with mental, emotional, physical, psychological, and sexual abuse. You were owned as property and not human. Slaves had no rights and no voice. They were branded like cattle, forced from their homeland and stripped of their culture, language, and basic human rights. They worked 18 hours a day, 6 days a week. Any sign of wrongdoing, such a lack of productivity, not following instructions or resistance will result in beatings or death, and that is why." What Coach Mack said hurt me and my teammates, guard Denzel Mahoney said. Guard Antoine Jones then said, "People speak about inequalities and equalities, but don't truly know what it means to be equal. And I feel like this is a start for a new conversation to be had in the future. Let's continue to educate each other and let's continue to grow." Forward Damian Jefferson said, "If I was your son, would it matter then? Let's not be okay with racism. Let's start the conversation." The video ended in silence with all Creighton players locked arm in arm on the court. Afterward, "Lift Every Voice and Sing," also known as the Black National Anthem, was played. Oh, God, now they want to play that. Zagorowski unprompted praised McDermott for the impact he's made on him since he arrived. And then, yeah, that was the guy speaking, Zagorowski. He was like, "Oh, at the same time, Coach Mack has been a huge mentor for me, and I know he would take a bullet for me and everybody in that lock." That's not the point. He had no, they should have let the other black players, like the real black players, talk. They should have showed them, but they're not going to show them. And this is what I'm trying to show you guys what the media does. They try to bring the nice soft guy up to try to bridge it and try to coddle it instead of bringing the niggas up like ourselves and us saying, "Look, man, that's bullshit. He said plantation. This ain't no goddamn plantation." Well, it basically is, because you don't pay the college players. You just let them play. When they get hurt, you're really not helping them out. So this is what I'm saying. They should have had those other players speak up. I feel McDermott is not he's not apologetic. He's he's an a-hole, and what he needs to do and everything is he needs to basically be fired right now. If you want to keep your players there on the team, because if these players play for him next year, I'll be ashamed of them, and I'll be ashamed of the program for not stepping up and doing what the fuck they're supposed to do, which is suspend this clown. Thank you for listening. I'm out. Deezy.